Are you aware of what really happened to you?
No, I'm not.
Or can you talk about
I can talk about it, but I'm not aware of what really happened to me.
Yeah.
All I know is that I went to a friend's birthday party. I gave a friend a birthday party. Hello.
You thought was your friend.
Well, we ain't even gonna touch on that.
Yeah.
I came home like I would normally.
Tell you something. Your lawyers are about to have a whole lot to handle. I told you once and I'm gonna tell you again. I'm not one of these new bitches to doing this, baby. I'm 14 years in, been sued by some of the best. Okay, check my lawsuit record. Stayed in court with Sheree. Stayed in court with Chris Stokes. Stayed in court with XYZ Company. Stayed in court with Music Company. And I'm here to let you know, baby, it's going to take more than a little piece of statement on a lawyer's. It's going to take more than a little piece of statement on your lawyer's letterhead claiming rumors about an inappropriate relationship to scare me. Because if that's the term that we're going by, inappropriate relationship, the person is claiming that you had an inappropriate relationship. If that's the thing that we're hanging on to, then baby, you, Mr. Walker, you don't even want to waste your time sending me nothing on your fax paper because the relationship was extremely inappropriate.
Standing by Tamar Braxton has got to be one of the most exhausting jobs in the world because once again, Tamar has been caught in a lie. Ever since Tamar and Funky Dineva started going back and forth, nobody knows who to believe. Tamar claimed she almost died, needed surgery, and hinted that Funky had something to do with it. Meanwhile, Funky has denied everything and warned her to keep his name out of her mouth unless she wants the internet to know what really happened. But just like she always does, Tamar wanted some clout. She ran back online trying to get sympathy, throwing shade at Funky Dineva again. And as he warned, Funky came to end her, and baby, he did not come empty-handed. He pulled out receipts, and what he's claiming is pure insanity. According to Funky, Tamar's so-called accident may have everything to do with Mendices. Yep, Yandy's husband.
Part of the problem with this whole thing was, Tamar, is that I was never comfortable with the relationship that you and Mendices had in front of me, okay? All of that, you at the music video shoot in your booty shorts, sitting on top of him meeting us up at restaurants every time we met up, I was very uncomfortable with it. And if we gonna tell it, let's tell it.
Just a few months ago, Tamar claimed she woke up in a pool of blood, missing several teeth, with no memory of what happened or who was responsible. Instantly, people started pointing fingers. Since Funky Dineva had been with her the night before celebrating his birthday, the internet assumed he had something to do with it. They dragged him mercilessly, calling him a woman hater and a horrible friend. When Funky asked Tamar to speak up and tell people to stop attacking him, she didn't. Because in true Tamar fashion, attention is attention, good or bad. To her, there's no such thing as bad press. Funky, on the other hand, defended himself and made it clear he had absolutely no idea what happened to that woman that night. And he wasn't about to take the fall for something he didn't do.
I want to know what all the hell going on, bitch. I want to know what's going on too, bitch, okay? The lady got on the internet and said she almost died. Now listen, let me just go ahead and get this out the way, okay, before we even get to the top of the show. I don't know what happened to the lady. Okay, for those of y'all that don't know, I'm talking about Tamar Braxton. I don't know what happened to the lady.
But Tamar was treating Funky like he was nothing more than a speed bump on her road to attention. Instead of clearing his name, she kept throwing shade, acting like she didn't need him for anything and doubling down on her story. She continued to insist that something happened to her that night, something serious enough to require surgery, yet she refused to explain what really went down. And while she played victim for the cameras, Funky was left taking the heat for a situation he had nothing to do with.
I want him to tell his own story. You know, I don't really like telling people's story. You should ask Mendices.
But baby, Funky warned her again and again that if she didn't want the world to know the kind of tea he was really holding, she needed to speak up and defend him. He made it clear he wasn't the type to run from a fight. If she kept letting the internet drag him, he was more than ready to drop every receipt he had and end the conversation for good.
I was asking was for you to go back to your stories and put Funky Dineva didn't do anything to me, guys. I was resting. I should have said something earlier. That was all you had to do, and it could have been done with on my end. Even in this very moment, that was all you had to do, and it could have been done.
But apparently, Tamar wanted to call Funky's bluff. Maybe she thought he would roll over and let her have her way. Because months after the whole situation died down, she brought it back up out of nowhere. She showed up on the morning hustle with Laurel, and without hesitation, she revisited the accident all over again. Now, Tamar didn't have to do that interview. She could have stayed home, kept her secrets tucked away, and left the internet to wonder. But no, she stepped right into that studio, ready to answer questions that had been hanging in the air since the incident, reopening a conversation she claimed she wanted to move past.
Are you aware of what really happened to you?
No, I'm not.
Or can you talk about
I can talk about it, but I'm not aware of what really happened to me.
Yeah.
All I know is that I went to a friend's birthday party. I gave a friend a birthday party. Hello.
You thought was your friend?
Well, we ain't even gonna touch on that.
Yeah.
I came home like I would normally do.
Now, she never mentioned Funky Dineva by name, but everybody knew exactly who Tamar was talking about. She painted him as this ungrateful friend she threw a whole birthday party only for him to betray her and hurt her afterward. But Funky wasn't the only person she had something to say about. When the host asked her what was really going on between her and Mendices, Tamar denied that man so hard you'd think they had only worked on a quick project together. She acted like there was absolutely no personal connection, no history, nothing at all. The way she dismissed him? Chilly, it was giving I don't know that man energy.
To be honest, I barely even know him.
Okay.
To be honest, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're not like, we're cool,
Yeah.
but he's not like my homie. You know what I mean?
Right,
it's not
right.
like that. And he just got casted in the film.
And did she really say she didn't know Mendices like that, yet somehow got him to appear in a whole music video with her? Make it make sense. When the interview dropped, people immediately started warning Tamar that Funky Dineva was not going to like the way she spoke on him, and that she shouldn't play the victim when he finally popped off. And baby, the moment Funky caught wind of that interview, it was over. That was all he needed to unleash everything he'd been holding back. Funky kept his promise. He dragged Tamar through the pits of hell and back, just like he said he would if she ever breathed in his direction again. According to Funky, the reason he didn't follow Tamar back to her home that night was because she was already with a friend who looked like he was going to take very good care of her, if you know what he means. And that friend was none other than Mendices. Yes, Miss Yandy Luther King's husband.
I did not get out the car and go upstairs with Tamar when we got back to her house. Because after her and Mendices got through kissing in the back of that goddamn car, I figured they wanted to be up there privately. That is why when we got dropped off at Tamar's house, I did not go upstairs. I got in my damn car and went home because you was sitting on his lap in that goddamn Uber and y'all ass was kissing. Okay? And the shit made me damn uncomfortable.
Apparently, Mendices and Tamar had been together the entire night. They just stayed separate enough so the cameras wouldn't catch them looking too comfortable. But everybody at V12 already knew what was up. The moment the cameras stopped rolling, Tamar and Mendices were all over each other, right there in front of Funky. Tamar claimed she didn't know that man, yet she was making out with him the whole ride to her house, and eventually ended up with him once Funky went home. But here's where things take a wild turn. Because according to Funky, it wasn't just Tamar and Mendices who went back to her house, there was a third man with them. And this was the same person Tamar later claimed had found her unconscious. But Funky says that man didn't simply find her. He suggests that something went terribly wrong, and that this unnamed guy and Mendices might have been the ones who left her in that condition in the first place.
Anybody know who happened and what happened to your damn teeth? It's Mendices and his best friend, because they was the ones who went upstairs with you. Now, I don't know whether they was fucking your ass from the back and ran your head through the headboard or what, okay? But if anybody need to be investigated on what happened to you in your damn teeth, It need to be Mendices and his friend, cause that's who went upstairs with you.
Now, speculations are running wild. Rumors suggest that the three of them got a little too freaky together, and somewhere along the way, things went horribly wrong, leaving Tamar injured. Some are even saying that Mendices jumped her. At this point, the truth remains a mystery, and only Mendices and the unnamed third man truly know what happened that night.
About the whole thing was the fact that you don't get to go around and create media shitstorms that involve other people without their permission. That whole, my teeth fell out, and I don't know what happened. Tamar, like, sis. And then you had that Spanish lady make that video down in Miami lying. There is nobody who had the amount of mouth trauma that you had that healed.
Now, apparently, Tamar has lawyered up against Funky and put out her own statement. She claimed that the rumors aren't just affecting her, they're impacting the families involved too. She said it's been painful to watch the things being said about her online. Tamar also made it clear that if the rumors continue, someone will have to take responsibility, and hinted that she might take Funky to court if he speaks on her again. But child, if you know anything about Funky, you already know he's not letting this one slide. The moment her statement dropped, he came for Tamar yet again, making it crystal clear, if she really wants to scare him, she's going to have to do a whole lot more than just release a statement.
Knew that this is how you was gonna play it. So now we finna take it all the way back to the very beginning. I knew this was how you was gonna play it. And let's be very clear here. If y'all remember when the situation first broke and about the whole mouth stuff, and I said, and the only reason you dropped that video is because, and I said, I ain't gonna do it to you. Y'all remember that? I said, and the only reason you dropped that music video real quick like this was because, and I said, I ain't even gonna do it. The reason you dropped that music video as quickly as you did is because people had spotted y'all ass, okay? Inappropriate relationship. Well, you tell me, Tamar, if it's appropriate or inappropriate when we're sitting at Roof Chris and he's rubbing in between your thighs, in between your dress.
And maybe this time, Tamar just has to admit that she picked a fight she cannot win. Funky is not scared of a lawsuit, not even a little bit. In fact, he's daring her to bring it. Because if she does, he's ready to lay everything out, once and for all, and Tamar might not recover from the receipts he's been holding.
Oh, me and her are just getting to know each other, and she got this stuff going on with Mendices, and she know I'm a YouTuber, and she know I'm a blogger, and I'm curious to know if she's doing all of this because she want me to go tell it. You know what I'm saying? And now that I look back at all of it, I really do feel like it was a scheme that you set up to put me in this position.
And I know it's easy to say Funky Dineva is lying, making things up, or just trying to throw Tamar under the bus. But the way he addressed everything with that "I'm tired of putting up with this BS" attitude shows he was telling the truth, no matter what people think of him afterward. Sound off in the comments, smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.